Hello and welcome back to Idle Kingdom Defense. So today we made it, well, we were still at 13,320. Now today is supposed to be the Berserk fix for King's Ruin, so let's go find out. Because the last 2 days we haven't even made it past the first couple stages here. And it's all up to what Christian does on these stages because they're both AoE stages, Everything, like that was my biggest problem with this change, is everything is determined by what Christian does. Because right now, right now, Christian is attacking in the back. If he was attacking things on the castle would be in much better shape. Also, for whatever reason, with all the increase in damage from, I guess the warriors dodge and the castle doesn't have any dodge, which makes sense. The castle's just kind of a block sitting there, but the warriors do a much better job than the castle does at staying alive. So in around at about 1 minute in, we should have seen the warning for Berserk 1 by now. So I think maybe it is fixed. I did not want to do an update on it because it was such a bad patch until I actually verified that the problems were fixed. I do anticipate us actually running into the problem, too. There we go. I forgot to have the sound. So I would expect us to run into the problem, I don't know, at some point. I also don't know how many stages we're actually going to play out. Normally, I would just flip to fast forward. I think we'll go to stage 3 because stage 3 was the one that killed us. If we beat stage 3, we'll just go to fast forward after that. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. But we certainly haven't hit Berserk. We would have definitely hit Berserk by now. So they certainly did change the timer, like they said. It's supposed to be 10 minutes. I just don't know a stage that we can get to quickly that'll be, approach that timer. Okay. So we're at the halfway point. So this has already been 2.5 minutes. Because, of course, it's double speed. Okay. And again, Christian did a great job of killing things on the warriors and a terrible job of protecting the castle. If you saw me yesterday, I was actually trying to herd things to as much stuff to the warriors as possible to keep it off the castle in hopes that Christian would actually, AoE things down. And well, there he goes. He's off the castle again. That was the big problem, was Christian was not helping the castle out. There we go, Diego's helping the castle. I mean, not that it matters. Alright, well, we might... They don't finish this up soon. Wow, this is kind of... Yeah, I mean, I guess we were getting to Berserk 3 on just this stage. And honestly, we did a terrible job with this stage with how Christian, I don't know, things just weren't clumped together very well. Okay, so we beat the Berserk timer on the first stage. So we didn't even get to see it. Okay, this is a stage where that killed us before. It got to basically Berserk 1, and it just killed us. This is mostly because the dogs, yeah, the warriors can't aggro the dogs. Now, it's great that Thor actually got aggroed to one of the dogs, so he's going to pick up everything down there in that corner. But see, a lot of the warriors are out in the middle there, which isn't really helping our AoE capacities. So maybe now that Berserk is on such a longer duration, maybe Austin's still good for... But again, you have, from what I understand, you have to let things bunch up on the castle. And my Sophia just isn't strong enough to handle that. And yeah, you can see this is really inefficient. Because there's so much stuff in the middle that's just not making it to the castle. And Leonidas is there. He's even chasing a dog. I think he's hitting that dog, and he would chase it to the castle. But Evan is interfering with that strategy, and I think so is Randolph. Well, he's interfering too because he's stunning it, but you know. Okay, one of the dogs made it through. Okay, now some more dogs are looking like they're going to make it to the castle. And it looks like Randolph and Ryan have just picked up a bunch of skeletons and orcs. Or at least that's all they have left. And then you got the dude in the back, who's just, I don't even know, I guess he's firing on Ryan? I guess that's important, he's not hitting the castle. Leonidas is like inching his way, I think, towards the castle. Alright, well, Thor finished off whatever dog he was fighting. Well, Leonidas, okay. Well, whatever was going on there with Leonidas, it's not anymore. Alright, so we're still nowhere... I don't think we're close. We're going to get Berserk this time either. I could be wrong, though. This one's definitely a lot more spread out. And again, it all depends on Christian at this point. What does Christian do? What would Christian do? Well, apparently he's going to AoE the dogs in the front of the castle, which is, I would say, a solid play. And now most of the warriors are up front. Oh, there goes that one little skeleton. He's trying to make it to attack, I guess, Leonidas. Alright, one of the archers started hitting the boss, so he'll be deleted soon. Yeah, that skeleton's going nowhere. Alright, now Christian's in the thick of the monsters there. Oh, we might, maybe, I don't know. Probably not. 30 seconds. It's gonna be close. Now, you know, the sad thing is now I think the Berserk timer is too long. Oh, it activated right at the buzzer. Okay, it's minus 25% health, plus 40% attack, plus 2% armor, and I still a lot of... Okay, well, that's a lot less attack. See, now, if they had made that the first stage, I think, whoops, that would have been relatively reasonable. I do actually think it should happen a little bit... Oh, you get... Okay, you get 10 free ones now. Okay. They hadn't fixed it. Okay, well, now we got... Well, we got... Alright. That's what the 5 out of 10 was. You're supposed to get up to 10 free ones now. Well, they fixed that too. Unfortunately, all we got was slowing the monsters down. We got 6 of that. So that was interesting. We actually did hit the Berserk at the buzzer. But again, I know this is a very... I feel like it's too long now. I felt like I felt like the timer before wasn't too terrible. I felt like 2 minutes. That was a reasonable Berserk. What the problem was to me was that the Berserk was too strong. You know? Now with it being 10 minutes, it's like this is barely a feature. I'm wondering if we'll actually see it on this stage, though. If we don't see it by here, I'm just gonna pause and... Yeah, well, I mean, I'm just gonna fast forward until we see it. I was expecting to see it, like, actual come into play. And again, with only 40% attack, that's nothing. I was fine with 150% attack at 2 minutes. The problem was it ramped up to like 300% was where it got kind of hairy. So yeah, kind of disappointed with Berserk. They fixed it, but they made it too long. Yeah, because 5 minutes to me would have been about... I think 5 minutes would have been better than 10. Like 5, 10, and 15, because then it's basically 2.5 minutes of playtime. Then, you know, or 2.5 minutes of fast forward, you know? Because usually, because my goal was not to get it to the point where once we had everything under control, and I would say we usually have things under control by about 5 minutes in. You know, 5 minutes of total game time, 2.5 minutes of what you watch. And I wish I had a timer. Well, I guess we'll find out soon. Because if we have it, we'll get the... When we see the warning, is when I would expect us to have this under control right now. Okay. We should have it, the wave under control by this point. And I think we could easily handle it. If Berserk 1 happened right now, I think we'd be in good shape. But again, this is kind of a change that I would have expected them to introduce with Mythic Heroes. You know? Again, not the overpowered version, probably this much milder version. And again, it could have started at 5, 10, and 15 minutes. That to me would have been acceptable. You know, I'm getting my monkey paw wish, of course, I know. Now I can complete King's Room, it's just gonna take forever. Eh, what can you do? What can you do? Do-do-do-do. What can you do? I'll tell you, the only thing we can do is, Now, the interesting thing will be, will we actually get to it? And again, part of the problem, like this wave right here, is if Christian would have focused on killing the groups on the castle first, rather than the stuff on the warriors, we would have been able to do this, you know, I would have had no problem. You know, letting this, you know, with the Berserk that we had. I just couldn't control what Christian was attacking. You know, if they would have killed everything on the castle and let the warriors hang out there with all the stuff, it would have been fine. But I have no way to direct Christian's attack. Or anybody's attack, really. But I think we might actually get a real berserk here. We got about 30 seconds. Yeah, at least I don't see us killing enough of this to not get the berserk. $15, which is really like 5 seconds now. Okay, we're gonna see it now. Okay. The funny thing is, I would have expected them to reduce the crowd control effectiveness instead of leaving it at 20%. That is interesting because now you saw that one guy start to leave the group. He was just crowd controlled over there. And again, at 40% attack, they're not really a threat to the castle because we've killed most of them off. Alright, well maybe... Oh, okay, it was just Sophie just was not healing when they were hitting. Alright, we've had about a good, almost a minute of this. Okay, there we go. Ryan's gonna come help take care of things. He's gonna get... There we go. I'm glad they all went for the same one. Okay, Randolph's gonna get the other guy. And then Sophie will top the castle off. Well, we did do it. We made it through Ruins 3, so I'm gonna consider this fixed. I'm gonna mute my microphone. We're gonna fast forward through this next part, and I will catch up with you at the end. Now, if anything interesting happens between now and the end, I will pause it, and we will see it in slow motion, but I'll add some commentary about it at the end. So, that went about how it used to go. I mean, so when I did this before, it took about 1 hour and 56 minutes. And with that change, it took 1 hour and 44 minutes. So how much is faster or slower, it's hard to say. Like a lot of it's variance, right? Like this Christian attacks on, and of course my team's stronger too. So whether or not I think it's strong enough to shave 12 minutes off, I doubt that. But I can say this. The update has fixed the problem with Berserk. I don't think we hit Berserk at all. I mean, we did hit Berserk. I take that back. But the Berserk we hit was not impactful at all, is what I meant to say. It didn't really change anything. We just kind of did everything the usual way. And don't recall anything crazy happening. So, unfortunately, it still takes forever, so I guess we're holding out on that castle buff to see what that'll be like. So once again, thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe to support the channel. If you have any questions, please say something in the comments. I do always look forward to your questions. And thank you again. I hope you have a great day.